If you're struggling to stay motivated in your fitness journey because you're not seeing the results that you expected, you're not alone. Almost everyone, whether they're trying to lose weight, build muscle, get stronger, they hit this frustrating wall at some point. But here's the truth. Lack of visible results doesn't mean lack of progress. Today in this video, I'm going to give you a step-by-step game plan to stay motivated, push through, and actually get the results you're after. Even if the scale isn't moving, even if you feel stuck, even if you're feeling ready to quit. Because let's be honest, most people give up way too soon when they're actually closer to a breakthrough than they realize. And I don't want that to be you. So let's jump in. The first shift is your mindset. It's always working on you or for you. The first thing you need to understand is this. Every effort you make is working. It's either working on you or it's working for you. So what the bleep does that mean? If you've been training hard and eating well, but the scale isn't moving, it's working on you. Your metabolism is adjusting. Your body is building muscle. Your hormones are shifting. Even if you've been staying consistent and refining your habits, eventually it will start working for you and the progress and the results will become visible. But here's the mistake that most people make. They assume that progress is linear. It's always going to happen. They expect to lose 100,000 pounds a week or a pound a week, or they see abs after a few days, weeks, months of training. The reality, progress is like climbing a staircase. You grind, you sweat, you feel like nothing's happening, and then boom, suddenly you hit a breakthrough and everything changes. The problem is most people quit right before that breakthrough. So don't be one of them. So number 2 would be focus on the process, not just the outcome. Most people obsess over the outcome. Losing 30 pounds, getting shredded, looking a certain way, but they forget that the process is what actually gets them there. So let me ask you something. If I told you 1,000% you'd reach your goal or your ideal physique in 18 months, would you stay consistent? Of course you would. But the problem is most people don't have that guarantee. So they start doubting themselves. But guess what? You don't need motivation if you have the right process. So instead of worrying about the final result, ask yourself this. Did I eat the way I was supposed to today? Did I show up for my workouts? Did I drink enough water? Did I get enough sleep? And then if the answer is yes to all of that, then you are winning. So an action step. Okay, I want you to pause this video right now and write down 3 process-based goals that you can control every single day. You could take example of the 4 that I just mentioned, right? Focus on checking these boxes off instead of stressing about the final results, instead of stressing on the scale every single week or every single day. So trust the process and the results will take care of themselves. Now, quick favor before we continue. If you like this video and you're getting value out of it, I'm trying to reach 5,000 subscribers by the time I die. Ideally by the end of this year. So if you find this helpful, it would mean a lot if you could hit the like button on the bottom left of the screen and hit the subscribe button so I can help people more succeed on their fitness and health journey. And thank you. Now, third thing, stop expecting motivation. Build discipline instead. I tell this to all my clients. Motivation is temporary. It comes and it goes. But if you only show up the days you feel motivated, guess what's going to happen? You'll never be consistent enough to actually see results. Successful people, they don't rely on motivation. They build discipline, which means doing what needs to be done even when they don't bleeping feel like it. Do you think I always feel like working out? No. Do you think professional athletes always feel like working out? No. They just do it anyways. And here's the cool part. Action creates motivation. So the next time you don't feel like working out, just tell yourself, I'm only going to do it for 5 minutes. And once you start, you'll almost always end up finishing your workout. And even if you don't, the workout that you do is always better than the workout that you don't. So even if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes instead of an hour, it's so much better than not doing anything and you'll feel better. Okay? Number 4 would be to chunk your goals down into small wins. So let's say your goal is to lose 30 pounds. That's a big number, right? And it feels overwhelming. So instead of focusing on the full 30 pounds, what if you broke it down into 5-pound milestones? Focus on losing the first 5. Then the next 5. Then focus on hitting a PR or a personal record in the gym. Then focus on seeing small changes in the mirror or how your clothes fit or your measurement size. Suddenly, the journey actually feels doable. Here's a fact. Your brain loves small wins because it releases dopamine. Woo, I like that, right? Every time you accomplish a small goal, you get dopamine, and that's what keeps you going, right? So another action step you could do, set a small, specific goal for this week. Right? It could be drink 2 liters of water every day, Or hit 3 workouts. And then when you do it, celebrate when you win. Or when you lose your first 5 pounds or you lose your first 10 pounds, you can even go for what I call a reward meal. I don't like calling it a cheat meal. Earn your cheat meal. So then it's a reward meal. You don't just get to have a cheat meal. That's ridiculous, right? Number 5, this is so important. Remember why you started. There's going to be days when you're tired, when you're frustrated, and when you really want to quit. But then you need to remember your why. Ask yourself, why did I start this journey? Who am I doing this for? And what happens if I quit? I can take you back to myself. When I lost 150 plus pounds, right? What if I didn't start? I'd be dead, right? Your reason has to be bigger than your excuses, because then when you lose the motivation, you remember that. So for example, maybe you started because you were sick of feeling sick and tired and sluggish like me. Maybe you started because you wanted to be a better role model for your kids. Maybe you started because you were tired of hating what you saw in the mirror. So remember that and write down your why and put it somewhere visible. Stick it on your phone wallpaper. Stick it on your bathroom mirror. Put it in your gym bag. Remember it every day, because that will actually help with the process and get you to not lose motivation. Number 6, this is big. A lot of people don't do this. Surround yourself with the right people. Your environment shapes your success. So if you surround yourself with people who are constantly not working out, they eat like crap, or they make fun of your goals because of their own insecurities, then staying motivated is obviously going to be an uphill battle, right? But if you're surrounded by people who push themselves and show up every day and support each other, staying consistent becomes so much easier. So quick action step. I have a school community full of people literally trying to do the same thing that you're doing, probably watching this video on their health and fitness journey, right? You can join that, it's free. It'll be in the link below this video or somewhere, below like this description or something, right? And then if you want more accountability and more knowledge, then work with a coach, hi, but no pressure. But you always want to put yourself in an environment that makes success feel normal and regular, and people that aren't going to put you down. So the only way you fail is if you quit. Your progress might be slow. You might not see changes right away. You might even feel like you're going backwards someday. But if you keep showing up, if you keep staying consistent, that's why I always say consistency is better than failure. If you focus on small wins, the results will come. I promise you. So quick recap. You need to reframe your mindset. It's always working on you or for you. Focus on the process, not just the outcome. Build discipline instead of waiting for motivation. Chunk down your goals into small wins. Remember your why, and surround yourself with people who push you forward. So out of these, which one of these tips resonated with you the most? Drop a comment below. And if you like this video, then YouTube's probably popping up another video on the screen, and they think you'll like that as well. So I'll see you there.